If you brush off Lost in Random the Eternal Die as just another Hades clone, you'd be doing both yourself and the game a disservice. While it shares some clear similarities, as I kept playing, I could see that Zoink Games has used Supergiant's S-tier roguelike as a blueprint, not a copy. With relics and codes that make each run unique, your dice companion introducing a rolling mechanic that adds a fresh layer to the combat, and the setting of random that combines Tim Burton's classic gothic feel with Alice in Wonderland's eccentric characters. This is a trip down the rabbit hole that you do not want to miss.
Mare will pay tenfold.
Lost in Random the Eternal Die is an action roguelite set in the world of random, building upon Zoink Games' 2021 hit, Lost in Random. You play as Alexandra, the queen of random and the antagonist of the first game, cast into the ever-changing world of the Black Die alongside Fortune, her trusted die companion, with the goal of defeating the knight Mare. To aid you with that goal, Alexandra's arsenal includes a variety of weapons, each with their unique moveset and a set of upgrades that alter their gameplay based on your liking. Alongside your weapon attacks, you obtain cards that act as chargeable abilities, which have effects ranging from applying statuses such as Poison and Chill, to freezing enemies in time, and pair nicely with the style of build you create for the run. Finally, and this is the most unique addition of them all, you have Fortune, your dice companion.
Fortune? Are you okay?
Now there's more than meets the die with Fortune, because what I thought was initially a carbon copy of the cast in Hades actually integrates the thrill of rolling a die into the combat without it feeling like a gimmick. The way Fortune works is when you throw him, he deals damage, rolls a certain number, you pick him up again, rinse and repeat. All well and good, but when you start integrating relics, you can have it so when he rolls a certain number, or a set of numbers, you get a specific bonus that powers up one of your attacks or abilities, and from there, you start creating a rotation of attacks unique to your run. This is a great segue to the relic mechanic, which acts as the glue to all of the components that I mentioned to create a run synergy. I personally think that the relics and the relic board is an intuitive way for the game to be more than a Hades-like and be its own thing. As you progress through your run, you get the chance to select relics that allow the three aspects of Alexandra's arsenal to interact with each other with conditions that do not feel rare to come by. You also have to think of the way you place relics, as they all come with one or more colors that give you a stat boost when three of them are matched in a line. These mechanics might give you hope in beating the challenging but fair waves of enemies and fast-paced boss fights. However, you're always bound to die. But death isn't the end in the Eternal Die, since every time your run ends, you fall back into Sanctuary, which acts as a hub, not only for you, but a cast of colourful characters cheering you on during your journey of reaching and defeating the Mare.
Dice wielder. Oh, luck has finally turned. I'm Chance. Welcome to the Sanctuary.
Initially, it only houses a few characters. However, as you keep going through runs, you come across more that join your quest to escape the evil of the Black Die.
It speaks? Impossible. What are you, one of Mare's minions?
Each character, including Alexandra herself, is fully voice acted and provide enjoyable dialogue that drops hints on both the world of random and your relationship with them. Quite a few of them actually got a chuckle out of me, and that's a win for me.
What is the point of a lance, you ask?
I didn't ask. I never asked that question.
The point is tickling my insides.
The sound design in the game in general is excellent, with weapon attacks sound effects adding weight to each hit, audio indicators when an ability is available, and the background track ramping up during combat and then dialing down to more ambientic music as you explore a level. I do however think that the background music has only been good, not great, serviceable, but nothing that really creates an earworm that wants you to search the game's OST and listen to it outside of the game. As you unlock and speak to these characters, inadvertently or purposely doing quests for them as you play through the game, you start opening up the meta progression, which comes in multiple forms. You have Amma, that gives you blessings with some affecting your survivability, such as increasing health and reviving on death, and others that alter the mechanics of the game. For example, one that allows fortune to run back to you rather than having to pick him up. Then there's Rak, who unlocks both weapons and weapon upgrades that completely switch up how a weapon works, with each row representing a specialization that allows for a high level of player customization. And for cosmetic freaks like me, you have the Rug Reader, that allows you to customize Alexandra from her hair to her outfit and even eventually unlocking skins for fortune. After all, you need to be prepared and look your best for the challenges you'll face in the Black Dye.
Fashion is a passion, Alex.
Maze Dog Games consists of 4 levels, each set in a different biome with enemies unique to them coming at you in waves where you have to attack, roll, and weave with perfect timing to survive. Between combat rooms are challenge rooms that use the environment against you to take even more health off of you, and even though the rewards at the end are usually a great payoff, they will take more than the luck of a dice roll to conquer. Actually, I may have spoken too soon. It's not all doom and gloom in there, as you meet Wager Rollins, another eccentric character that invites you to play a variety of luck-based games, with the potential of winning run-changing rewards. As well as bumping into many checks each floor, a merchant who's only there to earn her retirement pension. Characters like those two break the intense moment-to-moment action in your runs, and even provide a moment of peace as you keep rolling along. But don't stay there for too long, because at the end of each floor you have a boss waiting for you and they do not pull their punches. In fact, you can't even take full comfort in knowing that you've beaten them before, because their attack patterns change ever so slightly between runs that you have to stay on your toes to know when to dodge and find the perfect moment to strike, all the while using the knowledge you've gained on them during previous tries. What I appreciate, however, is that the difficulty feels fair with all the encounters I mentioned. I die in an enemy room or a boss, I use what I've learned on their attack pattern to defeat them in our next encounter. I die in a challenge room, I figure out where I can and can't step if I end up there again. This is usually a very hard balance to strike in roguelites and action games in general, but Zoink Games seem to find a great middle ground. One more little quality of life feature that I really like, which shows that this game was made by developers that enjoy the genre, is the ability to fast travel on reaching the end of the floor. They respect your time and know that no player enjoys unnecessary backtracking. A small but neat addition for sure. Even with recording software running in the background, the game ran at a smooth 60 frames per second at highest graphics on my Intel Arc B580. And while graphically I did not expect the game to be taxing, it's always good to know that you can run the game with all the bells and whistles without sacrificing performance on a graphics card that isn't considered high-end. Overall, this is a great game that is packaged nicely and doesn't overstay its welcome. Now I have to play Lost in Random to learn more about the world of random and how we got to the start of the Eternal Die. If you enjoyed the review, please leave a like and subscribe. If you played the Eternal Die, what do you think? Did it pull you into the world of random as much as it did with me? Were you already a fan? Thank you for watching, and stay weird.